Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So here we'll be looking to solve the maths paper 2 reasoning test. Now for you guys out there, if you haven't seen the first paper, I recommend you look at paper 1, which I also have in the description comment below. And I also recommend that you guys get a piece of paper or the exam paper itself and then do these questions as I do it. But yeah, so let's go through it. So first thing you want to do, enter your names, your details, and make sure you downloaded the 2017 version. So let's jump in. So got a blank page here. Instructions. So make sure you guys always read instructions. So the first thing is that you must not use a calculator. So none of these tests are calculator problems. Questions and answers. You have 40 minutes to complete a test. We're going to try and beat that. Follow the instructions for each question. Work as quickly and as carefully as you can. And if you need to do working out, you can use the space around the question. And of course, do not write over any barcodes. So yeah, don't do that because that's for the companies to actually scan them or for other specific reasons, yeah? So always do your answers in this box and do your working out in the pink boxes. Now, let's just jump in, yeah, guys? You ready? So let's move. So number 1, William asks the children in year 2 and 6 if they walk to school. He's a nice guy. The graph shows the results. So we have the dark shaded, which represents the kids who walk to school, and the light shaded represents the ones who don't walk to school. So altogether, how many children don't walk to school? So don't walk is the light shaded one. So if we look at year 2, how many do we have there exactly? Well, year 2 has about, if you look on this line, 110, whereas year 6 have exactly 90. So now all you want to do is literally add up these numbers. So 110 plus 90 should give you 200. Okay, good. So that's one done. Now, how many more year 6 children than year 2 children went to walk to school? So we're looking at walk to school again. Okay. So how many walk to school? So we can see over here that we have exactly 70. So remember, the dark shaded is the one. Whereas for year 6, we have 120. So we ask ourselves, what is the difference between 120 and 70? So still we can write our working out here. But 120 subtract 70. Well, 0 take away 0 is nothing. And you can group this. 12 take away 7 is 5. So 50. So 50 more year 6 children walk to school than year 2. Cool. Alright, so let's have a look at the next ones here. Number 2, so circle the number that is 10 times greater than 907. So 907 looks like this. If it's 10 times greater, all we literally do is pop a 0 in. So this is the number we want. And where is the number here? Well, it's this one. It's the very last column. Number 3, write the missing numbers to make this multiplication grid correct. Alright, so what's happening here? So we have 2 numbers across and 2 of the corresponding column and rows will connect to make a number in each of the 4. So you can see that this 9 times something give us 63. Well, if you know your 9 times table, you'll know that would be 9 times 7. It will make 63. Now 9 times something will make 54. Well, you got 1 back, it's 9 times 6. Now, this will work for either 7 or 6, depending which one you use. Let's do 48. 6 times what gives us 48? Well, 6 times 8 will give us 48. Good. So far, so good. So number 4. This table shows the heights of 3 mountains. Ooh, so you got Mount Everest, Kilimanjaro. Oh, that's quite a tall. And Ben Nevis. Looks about right. How much higher is Mount Everest than the combined height of the other 2 mountains? So we want to firstly combine these 2 mountains, Mount Kilimanjaro and Ben Nevis, and subtract it from Mount Everest. So let's add up the 2 mountains first. So we've got 5,895 plus 1,344. So adding these up, what do we get? So 5 add 4 is 9. 9 add 4 would give us 13. So 3 and carry the 1. 1 add 8 is 9. 9 add 3 is 12. So 2 carry the 1. And 1 add 5 as 1 will give us 7. Okay, so now that we got this figure here, 7,239, let's subtract against Mount Everest. So we should get 8,848 minus 7,239. Okay, let's have a go. So 8 take away 9 we cannot do, so we need to borrow from the neighbor 4. That becomes a 3, and now we give him the 1, so it's 18 take away 9. Give us 9, guys. Next one would be 3 take away 3 is nothing. 8 take away 2 is 6. And 8 take away 7 will give us 1. Alright, not bad. So that means the final answer is 1,609 meters. Ooh, not so bad. 609. By the way, guys, if you don't like this pen, please let me know so I can make a note in our next video. And leave comments as you go, you know. I want to see how well you guys did as well. And if you want to share this to your friends, please share it to your friends. Alright, number 5. So, complete this table with the missing numbers. One row has been done for you. So, we got a number, and we need to add 1,000 more to it. So, for example, 3,500, add 1,000 to give us 4,500. If we have 85, add 1,000 more, we'll get 1,085. Okay, so that's a comma, yeah? Now, if we're going to go back to the number, we need to subtract 1,000. So whatever the number was, we added 1,000 to it. So it should have been 8,099. Same with this one. It was 15,000, so it should have been 14,000 and whatever the numbers were. Good. It's easy, 2 marks. Number 6. So write these numbers in order size, starting the smallest. With this, well, the way I do it, I just look at the first whole number part before the decimal. So we have a 1 point something, a 0 point, a 1 point, and 0. So the only numbers that will be the smallest would be one of these two. Now we look at the next stage here. We see which is smaller. We've got 9 and 3. So clearly 3 is smaller. So this must be the first. 0.328. That means this one, 0.96, must be the next smallest. Good. Now we look at, again, the remaining ones. So they're both 1s, that's fine. But this is 1.2, or this is 1.9. So the 1.2 figure is the next smallest, meaning 1.9 is the largest. Cool. All right, easy. Moving on. So write the missing numbers. So what is 60 months in years? So we should know that 1 month, that in every single year we have 12 months. So 12 months, equals 1 year. So we need to ask us how many 12s are there in 60. So we count in 12. So 12, 24, etc. So we should realize that this is part of the 12 times table. So 12 times 5 will give us 60 months. So that means 60 months is equivalent to 5 years. Now, how many days are there in 72 hours? We know there are 24 hours in a day. So if you keep on adding 24, you should get 72. So 24 is 48. Another 24 is 72. So it's 3 days. Now, how many days are there in a week? So we know there are 7 days in a week. In 1 week. So this is kind of hard to write, actually. So how many days would there be altogether? So again, we need to multiply. So because it's an 84, we can already assume that if we times this by 10, we should get 70 days. So 70 days equals 10 weeks. That means if we keep on adding 7, so we can get 77, then 84. So it's 12. So 12 weeks. Good, good. So I hope you guys are doing well. They keep on pushing forward. Now, number 8. So at the start of June, there were 1,793 toy cars in the shop. During June, 8,728 more toy cars were delivered, whereas 9,473 toy cars were sold. How many toy cars were left at the shop at the end of June? So the way we look at it, we first have to see how many there was in the beginning. There was this amount in the beginning, 1,700 or so. At least over 8,700 were added, and then 9,400 sold, so we subtract. So let's put a plus sign, so we want to add this one, and then we want to subtract this from the original solution. So we can say, we can jump straight in then. So we're going to have 8,728 plus 9,400 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 plus the original amount, which is 1,793. Okay, let's add them up. So we got 8 plus 3, which will give us 11. Carry the 1. So 1 add 9 add 2 would give us 12. So 2 and then carry the 1. And then finally, not finally, 1 add 7 is 8. Okay, 7 add 7 is 14. Add 1 is 15. Finally, carry the 1. Add these 3 numbers and you should get 10. So 10,000. Now we want to subtract against the new cars. So subtract against the cars that were sold. So we want to subtract against 9,473. Okay, what these numbers are. Bad handwriting here. So 1 take away 3 you can't do, so you borrow his neighbor the 2. So borrow the 1, 2 will become a 1, and you stick the 1 here. So 11 take away 3 is 8. 1 take away 7 you can't do, so borrow from the neighbor, this becomes a 4. And now you're left with, you carry the 1, so it's 11. So 11 take away 7 is 4. 4 take away 4 is nothing, and 10 take away 9 is 1. And that's it. So there's 1,048 toy cars are remaining. Good. Number 9, guys. So take 2 shapes that have 3/4 shaded. Very easy. So the way I look at it, I'll try to make this to a fraction and simplify it. So how many squares, so how many things we have shaded here? So we can see that we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rectangle shaded. So this is 6 over, and how many do we have? 6, 7, 8. 8 in total. 6 over 8 can be simplified. If you divide up and down by 2, you get 3/4. So this is one shape, tick. Now this one, well, this one looks like half has been shaded. So you got 2, 3. So 3 over 6 is actually a half. Nope. This one could be right, but let's double check. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'll be 7 over, how many do we have? 8, 9. Nope, doesn't look like you can reduce it, so this is wrong. Now I'm going to just assume that this last one is right because there's only 4 shades, but let's double check. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 over 13, 14, 15, 16. So we've got 12 over 16. Can we simplify that? Yes, we can half up and down. So half 12 you get 6, half of 16 you get 8. And voila, 6 over 8 looks like the previous one. So 6 over 8 can be reduced to 3/4. And that's the one. Tick. Good. Looks good to me. All right, rounding. I love this one. Round 84,516 to nearest 10. So the round to nearest 10, we look at the tens part here. So we want to raise 16 and it'll become, if it's over 5, it'll become the nearest tens. It will go upwards. So 16 will go up to 20. So it'll be 84,520. To the nearest 100, we look at the whole set here, 516. If this value, the 1, if it's less than 5, then it goes down. So 516 will round down to 500. So it'd be 84,500. Now to the nearest 1,000, we look at the 5. If we want to see if the 5 is above, if it's at 5 above, and yes it is. So 4,500, so we raise to 5,000. So it'd be 85,000. Good. All right, number 11. So here is a rule for the time it takes to cook a chicken. Yum. Hopefully it's a tikka masala. So cooking time is 20 minutes plus an extra 40 minutes for each kilograms. Ooh, so try and memorize that, guys. How many minutes will it take to cook 3 kg of chicken? So it always takes 20 minutes, so we know that. Plus, it takes 40 minutes for each kg chicken. Because we have 3, we need to multiply 40 by 3. So 40 times 3 is going to be 120. And then we add it against 20. So 20 plus 120 would be 140 minutes. Easy. Next one. What is the mass of a chicken that takes 100 minutes to cook? Ooh, now this one's an interesting question. So let's try and make 100 minutes. So we know it takes 20 minutes plus an extra 40 minutes. So it's going to be 20 plus 40 plus, so that makes 60. Add an extra 40. Ooh, so that's going to be 2 lots of 40. So it means 2 kg. So it's 2 kg. Okay, number 12. Here are diagrams of some 3D shapes. Tick each shape that has the same number of faces and vertices. So keywords here. So for those of you guys who don't remember, a vertex or plural vertices are literally the corners of a shape. So 1 here, 2, 3, 4. So a cube has 4 on the top and of course has 4 at the bottom. This gives us a total of 8 vertices. Also faces are the main areas, the main surface area. So for a cube we have 4 across and then 2 up and down, 1 up, 1 down. So we have 6 faces. So nope, doesn't have the same number. Square base pyramid, well, we can see we have 4 corners and 1 and the top one is, so that's 5 vertices. Faces, we have 1 at the bottom and because it's square base, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a plus of 1 at the bottom, so we have 5 faces, yep. So it's yes. So actually it's yes, the answer is yes. For triangular prism, what do we have? So we have how many corners? So we have 3 on this side and 3 at the back. So that's 6 vertices. What's wrong with this pen today? 6 vertices. And faces, we have 1 here, 1 in the front, 1 in the back, and then we also have 2 in the diagonals and 1 in the bottom, so that's 5 faces. So nope, close spot, no cigar. Now a triangular base pyramid. Ooh. Okay, so because it's triangular base, meaning we have 3 faces and a face at the bottom, so 4 faces. So I'll start with faces today. Now the corners, we have 1 at the top, and then we have, of course, 1 at each corner, so that's 4. So the answer is yes. So you should get square based and triangular based pyramid. Okay, it makes sense because it's 2 marks as well. How many do we need? Yep, it's just 2 shapes. So 13. Ali and Jack buy some stickers. So a pack of stickers costs £10. A pack of 12 stickers costs £10.49, whereas 12 stickers, alternatively, you can buy for 99p each. 12 stickers, 99p each. So Ali buys a pack of 12 stickers for £10.49. Jack buys 12 single tickets. So this should be 12 single stickers, not just 12 stickers. A bit confusing. For 99p each. How much more does Jack pay than Ali? Well, if you're buying this for 12 each, what I would personally do is round this to £1 and then subtract 1p for every sticker. So when we're buying 12 stickers, it'll be £12 minus 12p. So this will tell us exactly the total price. So £12 minus 12p should give us £11. I should know it's meant to be £11.88. That's how much Jack paid. Whereas Ali paid £10.49. So 10.49. Now all you want to do is subtract these numbers. So let's have a go. So we got 8 take away 9 we can't do, so we borrow from his neighbor. This becomes a 7. Give him the 1. So we have 18 take away 9, which is 9. 7 take away 4, which is 3. And 11 take away 10 is 1. So it'll be 1.39. Okay. Oh, that's it. 14. So Amina planted some seeds. For every 3 seeds Amina planted, 2 seeds grew. Okay, altogether, for every 3 seeds Amina planted, only 2 seeds grew. So basically 5 in every set. So altogether 12 seeds grew. How many seeds did Amina plant? Okay, so that means how many 2's go into 12 firstly? So we know there's 6. So she did this 6 times. So this means we could do 6 times the 3 seeds she planted. So she must have planted 18 altogether. At the end of the film, the year is given in Roman numerals. Write the year MMVI in figures. So the way it works, M represents 1,000, i.e. millennium. V represents 5 and I represents 1. So it'll be 1,000 plus another 1,000 plus 5 and plus 1. So that'll be 2006. Alright, so kind of an old film, isn't it? I thought it'd be 2017 or something. Okay, question 16. So we've got Layla who completes 1.5 somersaults in a dive. Okay, so the question is, how many degrees does Layla turn through in her dive? Well, think of it this way, yeah? So she starts over here, facing upwards. Then throughout her journey, she faces downwards, so it'll be something like this. So in fact, she's done a complete 180 degrees turn. When you do a whole direction from north to south, is 180. If you did a full circle, it would be 360. If you did a quarter of the journey, i.e. a right angle, it would be 90. So because she's done half a circle, it's going to be 180. So 17, the vertices of a quadrilateral have these coordinates. So we've got 1, 5, 5, 4, 1, minus 3, and minus 3, 4. So remember, coordinates are always x first and y. So you move across, so you walk before you jump. So one side of the quadrilateral has been drawn on the grid. Okay, so we can see that they use the values 5 across and 4 up, which is this one. And the other one was 1 across and 5 up. So 1 across and 5 up is this one. Now we need to, okay, we need to use a ruler. Okay, I hope I got a ruler here. Oh, I got a straight line, even better. So I'm going to firstly plot the x's. Okay, great. So first we're going to plot 1 and minus 3. So we're going to go 1 across and 3 down. That's what minus 3 means. So it'll be here. The next one's going to be minus 3 back and 4 up. So minus 3 back and 4 up. So it's here. Not bad. So now we just have to connect the lines. So let's draw a line and connect everything. Oh, the lines are really good here. Draw another line. Oops. Maybe it's a bit more difficult to do actually. Yep, so you should have a graph that looks a bit like this. Okay, it doesn't want me to draw another line, does it? You know what? Sorry guys, I'm having a really hard time drawing a line. Okay, you know what? I'll draw a line like this, bring it like this, and then, yeah. Ah, so you get an interesting looking shape. So you get a kite. Cool. All right, so this is your kite, yeah? That's it. Now, number 18, let's go back to the work now. So a cat sleeps for 12 hours each day. 50% of its life is spent asleep. Oh my God, that's a lot. So half of his life is spent asleep. Ooh, a koala sleeps for 18 hours each day. How many percent of his life is spent asleep? So in other words, 12 hours each day, so this represents 50%. So we can assume 24 hours is what they're referring as a whole day, which is a whole day. So 50% of 24 hours gives you 12. So we need to find how many times is 18 going 24 as a percentage. So let's start dividing this and see what fraction we get so we can represent it as a percentage. So 18 over 24. So let's half this first. So half of 18 and half of 24 should give us a 9 over 12. And they're both in the 3 times table, so divide them by 3, you should get 3 over 4. So yes, 3/4 is the same as 75%. So we need to know 3/4, 1/4, and a half by heart at least, and a third. Good? Right, 19. So Amina posts 3 large letters. Okay, so she got 3. Let me write down. The postage costs the same for each letter. Noted. She pays with a £20 note and her change is £14.96. What is the cost of posting a single letter? So, first things first, let's find the difference and that'll be equivalent to the price of 3 letters. And then we can just divide the answer by 3. So, so let's start off. So we've got £20 minus 14.96. There is a fast way to do it, but I'm just keeping it safe here. So because everything is 0, we cannot actually subtract anything, so we need to borrow from the very first digit. So borrow from the 2, or to make it even easier. Where is this? We can cross out the whole 20 and just call it 19. And then give the 1 here. So this becomes 10. Cross out 10 becomes a 9. And give him the 10. So we got 10 take away 6 will give us 4. 9 take away 9 will be nothing. 9 take away 4 here is 5. And 1 take away 1 is 0. So that's blank. So you got £5, 4 pence. And that's the price of 3 letters. So now all we want to do is divide this sum by 3. So let's do it here. So we've got 3 into £5 4p. So let's leave a gap there. So how many 3's go into 5? It goes once. Remainder 2. So remainder 2. So let's carry the point here. So how many 3's go into 20? Well, it goes up to 18. So that's 6 times. Remainder 2 again. So we've got 1.6 so far. Now how many 3's go into 24? This should be 7, 8. So the final answer is £1.68. Good, not bad. 20. So Adam says 0.25 is smaller than 2/5. Explain why he is correct. So what I would personally talk about is firstly make the fraction a decimal. So if you don't actually know, there's 2 ways to do this. Firstly, convert the decimal to a fraction and then make it equivalent fractions, or just write this as a decimal, which I think is easier for this case. So let's try and write the solution here. So this is how I would answer it. So the fraction, 2/5 can be represented as 0.4 or 0.40 for comparison sakes. Adam is correct since 0.25 is smaller than 0.40, and so 2/5, and so 0.25 is also smaller than 2/5. That's it. Done. That's all I would say personally. Yeah, so just write it like this. Okay, good. Now 21. On a map, 1 centimeter represents 20 kilometers. The distance between 2 cities is 250 kilometers. On a map, what is the distance between 2 cities? So we can think of it like this. Every 1 centimeter is equal to 20 kilometers. How many centimeters are there in, or how many 20s go into 250 first, and that would be equivalent in centimeters. So let's divide them. So we can do 250 over 20, and we can find our ratio. So 250 divided by 20. So when you divide it by 20, we can just knock out the zeros. Bang, so these are gone. So we're left with 25 over 2. So half of 25, well, we know half of 20 is 10, and half of 5 is 2.5, so it's going to be 12.5. And then we times against the rate, which is 1, so 12.5 times 1 is still 12.5. And that's it. 12.5 is the answer. Okay, so here we are, 22. And I think there's only 2 more questions left, guys. Let me do 23. Yeah. So only 2 more to go, guys. So let's wrap this up. So here are 2 similar right angle triangles, A and B. So similar as in there, they have the same angles and design, just B would just be a bigger version of A. So write down the ratio of side A to side B. Okay, so the way I'll look at side A, and I'll think to myself, how many times can this side A fit across side B? So notice side A takes 2 blocks, so we can say side A can fit here once, twice, thrice, and 4 times. So this means for every 1A, you should get 4B. So we can say 1, 2, 4 represents the side length of A to B. In fact, the bottom is also, let me see, 2 here, 8. Actually, the whole shape is 1 to 4 all around. Okay, cool. And lastly, question 23. All right, so in this circle, a quarter and 1/6 are shaded. So we know quarter is 25%, so this is a quarter. Whoops, see what happened there? Man, that went a bit crazy. It's a quarter, and this is 1/6. Okay. What fraction of the whole circle is not shaded? All right. So the smart thing to do is to really add these together and subtract against a whole number, like 1, and see what you get. So, okay, let's have a go. So what is a quarter plus 1/6? That's the main question. So quarter plus a 6. Well, when it comes to fractions, the idea is to always make the denominator the same here. And to make them the same, we need to find the lowest common multiple. Or to make our life, the lowest common multiple actually. So we know in the 4 times table, it goes like this. So 4, 8, 12, and so on. And we know immediately in the 6 times table, it goes like this. 6, 12, and so on. We realize now that the lowest common multiple that they both have in common is 12. So the fraction needs to be over 12 for both of them. Now, how do you raise, for example, quarter to something over 12? Well, we know that this is the third part of the timetable, so we need to multiply the whole fraction up and down by 3. Whereas for a 6, we need to multiply up and down by 2 because it's the second. So if we multiply up and down by 3, we should get 1/4 becomes 3/12. Whereas 1/6, if you double it, you get 2/12. And that gives us a total of 5/12. So actually 5/12 is shaded. And if we imagine the whole circle is our 12, that means to make 12 we need 7 more. So it would be 7 out of 12 that are not shaded. And that's it, guys. I think this is the end of the video. So I hope these problems helped, and I'd really like to know if you guys got any questions or if you enjoyed the video. Let me know. I mean, if you like this pen, because honestly, this is not my favorite pen. I've used better pens before, but I'm doing it straight from the PDF. Okay, I'm not doing it on a Word document where I can actually use different fonts. So yeah, in terms of answers as well, in terms of presentation, give me feedback. If you're satisfied, then that's great news. But all in all, I hope this paper helped, and I would be glad to do any more papers in the future. Just let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, I shall see you guys soon. So see you later and ciao.